welcome to my channel. My name is Ivy and I make videos on my journey and what it's like to learn code. A little bit about myself. So I have a non-technical background. I have my bachelor's in education, and before this I have never written a line of code. But I enrolled in a intro to web development course a few weeks ago, and I want to share how is it going. So I'll talk about three things today. How is it? How often do I study / my free time, and what else do I do to help myself? So, how is it? Before this, I chose Intro to Web Development because I did a few free online courses on Codecademy and Free Codecamp, and I found it really interesting and creative that I could type something in and I could make something, like there was an end product that I could see. So I knew that was fun and I enjoyed it, and I wanted to dig more into it and hopefully make a career shift. And so I enrolled in a 4-week intro to web development course where it just covers basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And so the first 2 weeks was HTML and CSS, and they went by pretty comfortably. I had done a few kind of modules or segments or like slides into those Free Codecamp and Codecademy, so I was comfortable with it. I wouldn't say it was easy because there was still so much more that I didn't know, and I still don't know, but it was definitely more comfortable, and those wrapped up, and I felt pretty confident in my skills in those areas. But this week it's JavaScript. So this week and next week, and that'll be the end of it, is JavaScript, and I am feeling anxious. It is completely different, and it's only been a few days, but I still feel uncomfortable with it. And there were times where I felt really discouraged that I would spend hours and still not get it. But I had to reassure myself of why I'm doing it, which is to make a career change and give myself those opportunities and tell myself that it's okay and that I just need to practice more. And for anyone else who's feeling anxious or frustrated, I want to just remind you the same, that if you're not getting it, it's okay. That's why it's called learning, and it's part of the process. Nothing new or worthwhile comes that easy. So just stick to it. Consistency is key, and that's what I tell myself. So enough of that mushy stuff. So how is it? I enjoy it so far. I think that's the most important thing. I knew that I enjoyed it with the free classes that I took earlier, and the free little modules and stuff like that. So definitely look into those free ones first before you invest your money in it. Like I said, it is getting uncomfortable, but when we're uncomfortable, we're growing. So that's where I am right now. I'm uncomfortable, but I know that it's something new and worthwhile, and it's part of the process. Next one is, how often do I study, and do I have free time / leisure time? How often do I study? So I kind of wrote down a little schedule, and I kind of try to stick to this as much as I can. Some days are different, especially with my work schedule. So after work, I take a break. I know some people might not agree, but after you've been working for 8 hours a day, you kind of just need a break. So I just watch TV, eat some food, whatever the case may be. I take a 1-hour break. Then after that, I head to the gym, which I block out an hour and a half for every single day. So if you have obligations or things that you must do or that are important to you, make sure that you make time for that. So the next thing, after I come home from the gym, I will have dinner. So 6:30 to 7-ish, I'll have dinner, and then from 7 to 9:30 to 10, so about 3 hours, I will just study. I find myself most productive like that when I am doing something for the whole duration of the time, not taking breaks in between. But you know yourself best, and you should honestly do whatever is sustainable for you. So I found that's what works for me. When I take little breaks in between, I get distracted and I kind of lose myself in whatever activity that I'm doing, whether it's watching TV, playing games. That's mostly my leisure activities, but I could lose track of time that way. So for me, that works. So find out whatever it is that works for you. Then after that, I will take another break. So like I said, I do a whole chunk of studying for about 3 hours, and then I'll take like an hour break. I feel that an hour is a good amount of time that I need. Some people might think it's too much or too little. Like I said, you decide what is best and what is sustainable for you. So for me, that is sustainable. So maybe I'll play video games, maybe I'll watch TV, do some self-care stuff, whatever it is, I try to give myself a break. Then after my break, so it'll be like 10:30, I will just study again until I'm too tired. And one thing I want to mention about that, study until you're too tired, is that for me, that works because I have come to realize and I'm self-aware of when too tired is. Because in the beginning, I was just like, I must study all the time, or I'm being unproductive. And that actually is more unproductive because I would be too tired and I wasn't even retaining the information that was being presented to me. So I would find myself in this redundant cycle of rewatching and falling asleep on the computer. So I come to realize that maybe after that I'll have like another hour in me after my break, and then I just call it quits. I will just do something casual till I fall asleep. So whether it's watch a little TV or maybe not TV, just go on my phone or read a book, whatever, till I fall asleep, and that's it. Or maybe play games, but you have to realize that there is a point where you're too tired, and if you want to push through, you might end up being more unproductive than you realize. So to be self-aware of that time when your brain is literally too fried. But that's how often I study and what my free time kind of looks like. And one thing I will mention is that I do not have as much free time as I do before, but for me, that's okay. It's just a matter of what do you want more right now? Like I said, I block out time for my for my leisure activities, but would you rather watch TV right now or would you rather study right now? For me, I usually will choose studying, but I make sure that I have a healthy balance of leisure time in there as well. But like I said, that's sustainable for me. Choose what's sustainable for you. And moving on to my last thing is, what else do I do to help myself? So I find myself feeling still lost. So what I did was I went on Udemy and I purchased a full stack development course, or kind of like modules, by Dr. Angela. And I have found that to be more helpful than YouTube, because sometimes when I'm on YouTube, I get a little lost and I don't know if there's like a natural progression, or am I researching everything that I need to learn, and that makes me feel a little bit kind of anxious that I am giving myself gaps. And so for me, Udemy works better, but definitely I'm sure there's a lot of free resources available out there where you don't need to spend money. But I will say that the course was under $20 and it's always on sale. Honestly, like if it's not on sale today, it'll be on sale tomorrow or something like that. So the $20 was well worth it. Me knowing that everything is already laid out for me, and there are projects for me to do and to practice those skills. So I feel a lot more comfortable taking that route. But other than that, that's how it's been going, and that's my little update. Hopefully I didn't ramble for too long and that you found it kind of helpful, or you just wanted to kind of, if you're in the same shoes, to see how someone else out there is doing. And if you are also in this journey, put down in a comment below, and I would love to know and see what it's like for you too. But I will make another update when I finish the JavaScript portion and kind of share how it's been going for them. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, and until next time.